So we picked a good one to cover because a lot happens.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And if we weren't filming this, I would definitely be like, okay, so recap. Like, explain to me what I just watched.
Okay.
I mean, I'm following it, but it's like not everything is necessarily...
Well, it is a lot, and it is also jam-packed in there in a way that, like, because of the time constraints we've already discussed, I'm glad there's only 8, but I feel like there could have been 10.
So, we have a stag.
Hmm.
It's mythical?
Yeah.
Legendary, and she's dreaming of it.
Yep.
I don't have it. Well, I was going to be like, so I feel like we'll see it, or she's it, or something. I don't know. It's important.
She's not it.
Okay.
I'll tell you that.
So it will come to her in a moment of need. It'll push her off a cliff. like Maximus? Or, no, I guess that's more Sven.
Well, it is also a little, even like Cusco.
if that stag's a fucker. So my first note, I just said, levity.
Yep.
And then my second note, I said, and racism.
Yep. Also, yes.
So yeah, I like the little palace. It is more my wheelhouse. I really like, well, you were saying Genya. Is it Genya?
The whole time I was reading it, although this really undercuts my GIF thing, but I always read it with like a hard G because it is a G. Mm-hmm. So I always read it as Genya, but she said Genya when she was saying it to someone else.
Well, we say GIF, so that wouldn't undercut your GIF.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, so my pronunciation would be
I read Genya.
Correct in my mind.
That feels better. Genya feels limp.
Yeah, it doesn't feel as good. I thought Genya. She is Anthony Stewart Head's daughter, Daisy. Mm-hmm. I'm very pumped about that. Well, she looks a lot like him in the face.
I was lamenting our lack of a blonde, and every single time mentally I was like, or redhead. A redhead would suffice, and we got it. So I was like, okay, sweet. I liked her whole deal.
She's a tailor.
Well, I was gonna say she's a healer, but she's like, well, she said she was. It's like a.
Well, she is a fabricator technically, but she can do it to yourself.
I thought she explained it as a type of healer. That's a tailor, and they're very rare.
She can do healing, but healers are not as rare as she is.
Yeah, that's what I mean. She's a type. It's like a subcategory. My third note says queen, and she was fine.
She sucks.
Yeah. I was kind of like, to be honest, they're well made. The costumes are very well made, and they suit this world. They're not completely my alley. I think they leave a little something to be desired. They have that quality that book costumes often have, where a lot of times an author uses graspable descriptors, and they'll be like, their coats were blue with red and yellow embroidery. And you're like, yes. And then you see it and it's like clashy and garish, and the coat doesn't nearly have the flourish that it should. And you're kind of like, I kind of wish someone came in and gussied it up a little bit. This is me being picky.
I think these are great.
You like it?
Well, I like how different the embroidery is, because hers is sunbursts, and it's not described that way in the book. And then it's like her two new friends, Maria and Nadia, I think they both are, one of them's an Infernae and one of them's a Squalor, and you can tell because of their embroidery, because the one has whorls of blue on the blue and the other one has like flames of red.
No, I get that. I just found it to be a little bit, like I said, garish. Like,
well, again, it's like, this is like Russian-ish, and so the like kefta is like a Russian like legitimately historical Russian garment. It's just like not super attractive. Genya's is my favorite. Her like white and like almost sea foamy green overlay.
I'm wondering if we're gonna see what she really looks like.
We didn't in the book. I don't think so. Because
she implied that it's temporary, and she said, I've been working on myself since I was 3. So I was like, this is crafted.
Yeah.
But like I said, the queen, she seemed like a cunt.
She's nothing.
Okay.
She and the king are basically nothing.
Well, and he seemed kind of.
Yeah. He's like a lech.
A lech.
Yeah.
I wasn't too fond of his advisor either, but
the apparat.
The music was working overtime to make me think that.
The apparat is grayer than he seems. Also, the thing about the king, when General Kerrigan, when Ben Barnes was in the room, they were all together, and he was like, she needs to train with me undisturbed. And that was like, don't you go after her, which is, ugh.
So the like sun summoner. I don't like that. So
she's literally summoning the sun.
I don't like it.
Well, that's what it is.
The effect was amazing.
Yeah,
because he did the dark thing again, and I kind of reacted. I was like, ooh, and you were like, what? And I was like, there were layers to it, which was not necessary. And I appreciate not needless detail, but detail. I appreciate the above and beyond to fully immerse me in the world. And then on top of that, her summoning was gorgeous. I wrote, what do sun summoners do best?
Oh, shine.
They shine. It was almost kind of like not quite glittery, but
almost iridescent.
Yeah,
it like washes her out in like a dark Galadriel way, which is pretty cool.
I really, really, really liked it. And so I guess he brings it out of her.
So he is an amplifier himself. What the apparat was telling her is that there are these magical beasts, and if you like claim them, they amplify your power.
Oh, so the stag.
Yeah. And so he is a natural amplifier.
So he has a bone in him.
No, he just is one.
Oh, I thought they were saying that like one of the first Grishas put its bones in animals that made them.
Sure, but that's not what Kerrigan. That's not what Ben Barnes is. He just is. That's one of his gifts. He just is naturally an amplifier. So she cannot summon the power by herself. But
she can learn.
She can learn. Yeah, I think they're still kind of going in the like she's suppressing it.
So they need to put a harness on her with like a pole, and hanging from the string is Mal.
Yeah.
And then she'll be able to do it.
She's very like single-minded about like she just misses Mal, and it's just like Mal is the Gale of this story, and he's so boring.
I was okay with it. So yeah, we met her friends. They were fine. We had Zoya. Zoya's also a bitch. She's got a great nose.
She's great. I mean, she's like pretty and like fun, and she's doing her job well. But
I'm hoping for a little bit something, from
I don't recall anything from the book, but
that's fine.
Yeah. Oh, we also met Nina.
Oh, well, so that there was effectively 3 stories in this episode. So we met Nina, who is a Grisha.
She's a heartrender. Yeah.
And she was across the sea.
Yeah.
These Dothraki Druskilla. So these Druskilla.
They like kidnapped her. We don't know why yet.
Okay. And they're on a boat with other women because they're Grishas.
Yeah.
And
they all call them witch. And like,
what I was going to say, it had like a Salem witch trial vibe if like the villagers of Salem just like went around into the world and took witches and then brought them back to Salem and then tried them. And it was really kind of, why don't you mind your own fucking business? Yeah. Druskilla. What are you, like an Italian appetizer that comes on toast? That was a reach.
Yeah, I don't.
I was going for the bruschetta because they're overpronouncing everything.
They are, yeah.
So many words.
So I don't know who Nina is. I suspect she's part of the Six of Crows part of the story, but I dig her so far. She
really?
Was like, she was giving it to those. Well, not when she was like railing at the guy in the boat, because I just was like, he's not listening to you. Yeah. He's just a guy. He's tying you up. He's not going to listen to you. But when she was fighting them all in the room, I was like, oh, get it, Nina. She was like making it work for a minute.
Oh, well, Kaz was trying to meet up with her.
Yes. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
For why, they said? I don't remember.
I'm not sure.
Okay. Well, she got taken before he met up with her. And then they with the conductor.
Like a train conductor. I get it now.
Okay. So he stole my idea with the tank. I was like, why don't they just build a tank and cross?
And he kind of did.
Yeah, he did. It mostly works. Mostly. They mostly come at night. So they were going through, and I don't know, Jasper's getting on my nerves.
Jesper.
Sure. That was annoying. Although.
Which part?
Him, no distractions, and then he gambled away all the money, and then he only got 16 potatoes. Coals.
Yeah, but then he fucking boss bitched his way out of it at the end.
Yeah,
Shooting
which,
all the
I mean,
Volcra.
if you can do that, like, talk about the 11th hour, although he was very funny with the goat.
Yeah.
Well, when it was like a baby goat
Yeah.
or like a cute goat, I was like, I don't think they're gonna like, I was
Kill it.
terrified it was going right into the furnace.
Yeah, me too. I thought either that or it was going to be bait to keep the Volcra away from them. But you're right, when it was a tiny baby goat. And then I loved that the conductor was like, I got that for you, just pet him.
That was fun. So, and they got through to the other side.
Yep.
Although now presumably some people know where his thing is. So that might be limited in the future.
Yeah, although
or they blew up.
There were actually landmines. It wasn't just the sign, so perhaps it will keep them from continuing. Actually, when I first saw the landmine thing, I thought that the goat was gonna go first.
Oh.
I was like, oh.
There's also a lot of talk about the saints.
Mm-hmm.
So religion is something.
The apparat is the religious advisor.
The priest, yeah. So
It's got kind of a Rasputiny vibe.
Yeah, I don't know if it's like if we're gonna get actually anything there. They've talked about it enough that I feel like we should acknowledge it.
We're gonna get something.
We're gonna get saints?
Sort of.
Fun. Are they angels? Can we get angels?
No, but even Inej has like a medallion kind of for a saint. But yeah.
Cool. It's fun.
Yeah.
And it is well done. It is.
I'm actually quite impressed.
Mm-hmm.
Like the world feels like correct in a way that like, remember when we were watching Cursed and we were like, this is just like, what is happening?
Cursed
None of it was like
slapdash.
Yeah, it was very sloppy all across the board. And this all feels very lived in the right ways. And like, everybody feels like they're part of the same show, even though they're directly part of separate books. And
once
stuff.
I got over all of the words, and let's be honest, I'm still not over it. But once I had accepted my fate,
but we're not getting new words anymore.
Not a lot.
Yeah.
So okay, cool. Well, we're gonna go watch episode 4.
Yeah.